Alright, should be recording. Yes, I see the file. And I really hope it doesn't crash. For right now, I'm going to assume that last week was a fluke, because even though the desktop really got, would sometimes be perfectly fine with recording, every now and then after a reboot, and I think there was one that suffered last week, it would have that. It would just decide, I'm going to crash with OBS, but we'll see. And it actually has had to shut down since, twice. Once because power went out. I have a UPS, and I went far enough to, saving everything because power was out long enough. So hit shutdown, lights come back on immediately. Then it's so annoying. But then also Windows was like, hey, I want to update. This is going medieval, by the way, and the key was provided by Tinsley PR for the Irregular Corporation. They are the publishers. Foxy Vauxhall is the developer. Actually, no, I should keep that sped up. I do not have much noted for talking about. I mean, I guess maybe it's just an easy week. That was the audio cut out there. Wasn't happy, and it didn't. I caused that. I just clicked out, so it's the pause there. I don't know. Maybe things are actually just going bad. I hope not. Especially since I have a review to work on this weekend, and I like being able to do the recordings. If I can't, I can't. It just, I'll be sad. Okay. Okay, good. So they are hopefully locked in there, probably. I honestly do not know what I want to do next here. Yeah, so the only thing I've got noted is AMD has released even, a new mobile CPU, which is interesting because it's actually with a 3D V-cache. Now, it is part of their 7045 series, which, when they first announced it, it seemed like, they're just taking the dies from desktop and making them available, turning those into, if they pass certain things, turning those into mobile CPUs. Which is not unreasonable. I mean, if the dies are efficient enough, you have enough of them, and you can downclock them successfully to fit into a laptop's normal power budget. And this one is 55 to 75 watts of TDP. If you can do that, why not? I mean, that is part of what made the original Zen so amazing. That they came up with a design that could be a complete product stack. I am really not liking how the audio is behaving. But in any case, yeah, and it's really... I really don't know. I really do not know. I'm hoping if I turn some stuff down, that will help. Like, if it is just a processing thing, that it's the game. But, yeah, so with this 7945HX3D, that's quite a name, it does seem like they're just using some of the 3D V-cache. Oh, yeah, that's right, that's what I wanted. They're not... Oh, no, well, one is up here now. The polecats. But yes, so they are apparently just using some of the 3D V-cache dies that would have otherwise gone to the 7900X3D, 7950X3D, 7800X3D, or the Epic CPUs that use them. Yeah, I mean, which is fine. I mean, if they have the parts and they feel they'll sell, which it looks like it's for now it is only available in an Asus ROG Strix laptop, which it might mean then that seriously. Which might mean then that it's actually Asus may have just paid for these. Like, that's why they exist. They were like, hey, can you do this? Yes, okay, we'll write up a contract then to order so many of these. And if it's successful, then we might see others. I don't know. That is speculation on my part, but it is just... That kind of stuff is possible. No, it isn't. I tried to... Yeah, my food reserves aren't actually that low. Not with that much cabbage. And carrot. Well, yeah. Personally, I don't know how interested I would be in something like that. Just, it is meant for more so desktop replacement class laptops, and except for this crashing issue, I'm happy with my desktop. Although I will admit, I have been thinking with the framework laptop that I ordered, when that comes here, I could see potentially becoming a bit more, using that a bit more. My previous laptop was an Ultrabook, so it was lower powered, so yes, it worked for some things, like if I wanted to write something and not be seated at my desktop, be somewhere else, it was viable. I could do that. This I could see doing some more stuff there. I could even see doing some game reviews on it, potentially. That'll depend. The RX 7700M, I think that's a... No, it's S. Whatever. The discrete GPU I ordered with it would offer ray tracing. It should be not... The rasterization performance will probably be better than what I have here. So for some reviews, it would make sense to do that, actually. The question would be the recording. How well could I do some of that? Okay, yeah, so that's going to need to be taken care of, guys. Okay. Because I do like doing the recordings. And I don't... It would be an 8-core, but... well, that's also true. Yeah, I guess... It would have internal GPU... Well, it would have GPUs that could do encoding, and I could just throw the bitrate up high and then reprocess. Reprocess later. Though I don't know if I would try to hook up the nice mic, since... I basically, yeah, there are some things that I could potentially start doing just because it would be a more powerful laptop, but I don't know. But for this thing, I mean, the 7945X3D, I don't know. I don't know how much I would find a use for that. There. We can actually push them up too. I mean, it keeps saying food stockpiles are low. Well, start cooking then. Okay, no, it just got quiet, that's all. No, none of you are idle. You can always cook food. You can also always work on this. I mean, it's... No one is idle. Oh. Well, I don't really like cats anyway. I'm more of a dog person. Alright. This might actually end up being a short video. I'll try to keep going, but it is... Yeah, it is what it is. Okay, and they did get food. Good. Wow, it got dark fast. I do need to work on this. How did somebody get wounded? What the hell? Oh, I see what happened, I think. Okay, good. She's coming to take care of that. I guess he tried, you know what, then we're just... Every time he does that, every time, I'm gonna freak out a little bit. But there, okay. What happened? Okay, I really should not have had him marked. I should also just... Where the hell is everyone? Okay, well, this game could really use a mini-map. Or at least a, like, you know, mark home. I mean, there's so many quality of life things this game could use. Which is one reason why I still every bit have the intent to do a full review of it when it releases. When it actually, you know, comes to its release version, but the fact that there's so many things, like, I still think, I get the idea here, but I still consider this job system woefully terrible. I mean, just because you have so many things here, some of them are, like, the same thing, though. So, like, cut plants and harvest have some overlap between them. It's also, it's like, why is it and it's just increase, decrease. You have to look down here for it to tell you cutting plants and chopping trees. Well, cutting plants how's that different from harvesting a plant? I mean, it's like, this is so screwed up. The fact that you have a 5+1 system. So it's like, you can't even, like, say, no. You can't give them each their own priority level. I mean, and you can't change the order. There are so many things to it that really, really frustrate me. You can't have something where it's like, hey, I have this set for materials. Okay, I want to copy and paste that into something else. You don't have a chop only mature. I mean, it's like there are so many quality of life things that are so obvious, and that's not what's been delivered. And I also think you should be able to have half priority steps. You know, something where it's like, I don't want to have to say, hey, you come here and do this. I want to be able to click on this and say, do this now. I just say, yeah, I mean, it's like a button here that just says, you know what, do it now. Somebody come do this. I don't care who, just somebody do that now. And then it can go to jobs and be like, okay, who has the highest skills, who's going to benefit, who's going to do it the best. But no, we don't have any of that. It's like, this stuff, it should be obvious. So yeah, I am looking forward to reviewing it, but at the same time, it is not in a state that I would be happy with, because it feels, some of these complaints I had when I did the original early access review when it first released there. And I remember thinking, hey, it'd be great because it had potential. Let's see, you know, the refinements, the polish put in, and the additional content. And I feel like a lot of it has just been additional content. There hasn't been there is no reason for you to be idle. You can do this, you can do that. There's food I think you can work on, maybe not. But you know what, here. I'll even do that. Everyone has things they can do. And now you're eating. That's fine. I don't mind it. What the hell time is it? It's 9. So you are supposed to be working. But I'm sorry. There literally is a thing for everyone to be doing right now. Things that are supposed to just go on forever. And it's just not. It's just not happening. And it's very, very annoying. And you know what? Here. No, that's... I'll even throw down another one of those. There. But yeah, I mean, it arguably should be a fact that so long as you don't have like that where there's nothing, so should never do research, that there are things that will simply always be done. That an settler will never be idle Or if it is purely a, that's not what there. Is purely a glitch in the AI. But that shouldn't be the case at this point. I mean, it's like, I'm sorry, this is old enough in early access that there shouldn't be glitches in AI like that. And I know I'm being hard on it, but still. Yeah, what is with that? That is so weird. And specifically with the rain. It's always been the rain. So that actually might be a bug then. That legitimately might just be a bug. There we go. You know, one thing about if I were to try to do reviews on the laptop when it gets here in however many months, I do believe that some of the issues the desktop has had are the result of it being an old Windows install that I've just been carrying over from one build to next. Which is part of the reason why the next desktop I do, I want to be able to have it, I want to be able to move into that and not just transfer things over. I want to move into that, keep this one going. Once I'm moved over, then I will clean this up and use it for other things. Whether that's making it into a massive TrueNAS scale server like what I built with the with an old CPU and RAM, or if, which I would be tempted to do that, or I could actually keep it running Windows. That would be helpful because if I can, I don't know how with TrueNAS scale, and I'm also not entirely sure how with some flavors of Linux, how to do some of the FFmpeg scripts that I have already written. So it's like being able to have the same script used everywhere would be nice, and that's something I can do on Windows. So it's like, if I were to just refresh this, that could still be really helpful to me. So I mean, it is I love this desktop. As far as I'm concerned, I never wanted to die. I will continue to use this as long as it is physically capable of. The old laptop ceased to be physically capable of it. That's why I need to replace it. And I am replacing it, so. But yeah, I mean, it's... yeah. I just want to see, what do I want to go to next? Because also some of these, it's like, okay, beekeeping I can see actually being useful. Although what I need to work on would be this. Research 2. You know, that, okay, I'm just going to say, this is actually really lousy. Why would you have beekeeping that requires something from Research 2 not linked after Research 2? I don't think I've ever noticed that before. This is not a properly constructed web, at least as far as research development. I get how it would follow after agriculture. I understand that. But it still is being blocked by something else entirely. So that actually isn't, well, that is not properly designed. See, this is, I'm getting into review mode, and I shouldn't be doing that. I shouldn't be doing that. Not yet, anyway. But that is a problem. That shouldn't be that way. And who the hell did this? Was that you, Kalina? Or I don't think that, maybe she left that last night. Like, oh, I have to go to bed, and then came back to finish it off. Okay, that's not enough. That's only 15. And I don't care about those. See, also being able to say, hey, turn these off. Stop telling me I have research available for these. I don't care. At least this is working. That, I mean, true, that they don't have any threats, but it is the people are able to come and go, although not, that's weird. They're just going through this. It's not a gate. They're just going through it. That's a weird problem to have. Wait. Oh, wow, they actually are harvesting this stuff. Cool. This is also something that doesn't make sense to me. The trees shouldn't be next to each other. Why do they have this set up so that they can be? I'm sorry, it's like, it even says, you know, the whole sunlight, 65%. But over here, oh, well, 69%. 64. How about you? Here we go. 87% because it's in the middle of nowhere. Like, you should be able to say, hey, here's this massive area only filled up, like, 1 in 3 or something. So, I mean, that legitimately is something that they should change, because the sunlight stuff, that was with the most recent major update. But, so that is a, hey, that impacts how this works. We should really go back and change it, so that you can have them optimized for placement. Because what would happen... Sorry. Come on. There we go. If I did something like that. Well, here, actually, let me do it that way. So now there's one in the center. That one will get so little light compared to any of the others. I mean, what are you supposed to do? Just be like that constantly? I mean, it actually disconnected that. Look. So you need to have a connection there. So there's always going to be some that will... it will have to be adjacent, which is counter to what you want to do to optimize. You'd have to just put them down step by step. I didn't even realize I would clear out like that. You have to put them down step by step by step. So it'd be all separate. That's a terrible design. So that does also make me wonder then if that is something of, when they did it, when they were doing the sunlight, if just nobody asked about it. Or if they were like, yeah, but we want this first, we'll get to that later. I mean, I don't know. That is an interesting thing to speculate on the development. Not sure why you were actually on. But still, we can do that. Because if it's getting that cold, let's be helpful. Oh, and that actually also makes me think, hang on, where... Oh, hang on. I need this. But I want to do this. Yeah, for now you can be in here. There we go. And this is also something that is screwed up. Hang on. Sewing station, but it's just odd that sewing station is the name of the thing, but it's tailoring everywhere else. See, and that's another one of those things where it's like, this isn't actually how this should work. It doesn't make sense. You need this consistency. And it just... It is annoying when it feels like it would benefit if they just stopped, went through everything, and started considering what is the actual... How does this work in the system? How does it interact in the system? How can we make it better? That, basically it does feel like it would benefit from just having a intensive quality of life pass to it. And I can't help but feel like that's not healthy. Well, I mean, the act itself would be healthy, but it's not healthy that it feels like there's so many things that would benefit from that. With somebody just basically asking the question of, hey, couldn't we do it this way? Wouldn't that make it nicer? Wouldn't that be better? That is why I needed to build this. Yep. Okay, I want to say it's this one that... See, now I'd like to be able to just say, hey, somebody do this. Instead, I have to, come in here. There's tailoring. Kalina. No. I need to interrupt her doing something else. I want to be able to just say... I shouldn't have to go through jobs to figure out who. I should be able to just go, here, do it. And also, like, finish this completely as well. But yeah, I need the... Because they... Oh, no, it is all winter gear. Oh, they've been wearing winter gear the entire time. Whoops. Well, it's still going to be good for them to make... For that stuff to be made. That actually just occurred to me. That makes sense. Put that there instead, because then I could actually build something in here. And move, like, you know, this kind of production over here. Okay, so that would only leave me with 3. So yeah, I would actually want to, like, do it this way. And I actually should also put in windows. Okay. Alright, they haven't. That's actually rather annoying. That's it. I mean, if it doesn't want to do that, then fine, we can do that. Which I know I have enough of. Yeah, once that's completed, though, I will move the thing over. The tailing station over. Alright. And I will eventually, like, build it further back, but for now, that's really all we need. And I will need to send somebody to the merchant. Once the merchant arrives. I don't even know where he is, but I'm not gonna look. I'm not gonna look. Yep, there he is. Or she is. Seriously? You're just taking residence in my library? In the middle of the night, no less? Hang on just a sec. Yeah, that's what I thought. There's still some room here. But let's get that going. You know what? This side too. And actually, those portions can also go. And that shouldn't, nothing should collapse from that. These pillars with the beams should be enough. Sorry. No. Alright. Could purchase cat leather from them? Alright. I think the only thing interesting here is actually the, I could try to get some food. But it's actually the mule. I don't know what I could possibly manage to get, what I could give up for that. So yeah, cancel. It just occurred to me, they are gonna get cold. I have an idea. Oh, come on. There. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Which means then... There. So that way they have a covered area if that's where they want to be, but they can... Hopefully they'll be warm from that. There. Okay, so my idea here is I will throw down a lot of shells, but we'll then fill in the floor and then expand the area. Wow, this is like gone completely untouched. All right. Oh, it's just low on fuel. Okay. Now I think it will complain if I try doing this. Yeah. That it won't let me because it's that. Let me check something. How many research levels are there? There is a 3 that gives me that then. Okay. That's actually true. Once built up this way, I could... Well, no, I shouldn't do that. I could have the roof going along this way, but I want to be able to expand out in this direction, which... Now's actually the time to do that. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So at least that far. Or, wait. No, I don't need beams in that currently. So I should be able to just take it a bit further. Hopefully that's low on material, because that I can get. Alright, this is actually looking decent. I mean, I can, so why not? There. Oh yeah, I should also be putting in windows. I just realized. Yeah, go ahead and close those windows. These two. There. Pump that up to high. So hopefully these things feel more like growing. You're not idle. Okay, look at this. It is one guy running around closing all the windows. Now it's two, but we still have these three just standing around doing nothing. Yeah. Oh, I didn't even know. I thought it seemed weird because one just turned 50, the other 29 or something. really don't want to be cutting down the growing ones. I can, but I don't want to. Wait a minute. I figured it out. They're stuck. There. That took me too long to realize. I'm sorry, guys. But it still is. Even though trapped in there, they could have been closing these windows. Okay. Yeah, I need to figure out why they're not. Okay. Next to it. Yeah, it can. It just work needs to be done first. You know, one thing that also, it's like adding a second floor shouldn't be this involved. When you actually think about it, like you should be able to have a scaffolding type system on the outside to build in there. I don't think that's unreasonable even for this time period. I mean, to help put that in, to help give some context there, I have no memory of it, I was too young, but when we still lived in Wisconsin, the house was actually lifted up for a time so a basement could be installed. We're not talking about putting a basement, well, we can, but lifting it up. No, we're just saying, you know, build up a structure around it so we could put in walls. Well, support a roof, put in walls, get rid of this roof. Without it ever being unsealed from the environment. It's like, that's what we're talking about. That's not unreasonable. Especially when you consider some of the amazing, like, cathedrals and stuff. What are you talking about? That can absolutely be placed there. Why not? Or does this just need to be built first? What the hell? Oh, that's why. No, that's not what I meant. That's what I meant. But see, I mean, like, this situation right here is just so frustrating. And I feel it should be rather unnecessary. There. Why not here? That should absolutely be stable. Okay, that makes no sense at all. But at least... Oh, this is actually thatched. I didn't even realize that. At least with that, I can do this now. And who knows, maybe that's actually why. Maybe it's just unhappy with the roof being there. No, it's just making that up. Because it makes no sense. Let's say... Oh, hang. Okay. That's why, because it technically does need to be like a floor underneath the wood. Well, There would be. There would be. It just... So then actually, yeah, that's... Cancel that. 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 See, now I should be able... Well... Okay, yeah. Oops. Oh. There. So that will complete the roof. Leave wall torches. Also windows. I need to put in windows. And all this mainly so I can just throw these in. It is not occupied here. Okay, no, I see. So it is, like, the place they need to stand is in between. Well, in a way, that actually works out nicely. Because I can do this, where they now have, like, you know, right there. Okay, I think I will be stopping soon, because I didn't have that much to talk about. Alright, there. Yeah, I actually should. This way, too. I don't understand this. Oh, wait, no, I get it. So if I do that, that's what it's changing. It would actually really be nice and not inappropriate necessarily to be able to like change the actual material. I mean that arguably wouldn't be unreasonable in general, that you can actually change the material of these things after the fact. Which actually, yeah, that's true. I should be putting them in here too. That one and that. Well, if they're hungry, feed them. What are you talking about? They're hungry. There's food right here. This is very confusing. Because, like, very clearly, they have food. And these things, of course, ran out. Except for that one. I mean, look at this! Look at how much food! Oh, so I bumped the button to pause. And animal husbandry, we can turn that up as well. To get what animal is hungry? A cat. A cat is hungry. I don't know how much I really care. Huh. I got a lot of salt in here. And I guess technically I need to be feeding it this way? don't think I've worked through that much wood. It is possible, though. Perfect. You'll still go. Alright, so yeah, they're all fine though. They seem happy. And I did miss one tree. Sorry, one window. Seems like Cat's happy. How did you get happy though? Oh, slightly happy. How did you get food though? Okay, and I've got plenty of coal. Thank you for getting that started before walking away. Oh, wow. Alright, well. Let's autosave. I will actually save, and then we'll stop. I didn't realize I'd actually already gone an hour. And no crashes. That's why I said yes. I'm so happy. So it does mean I should be good to do the review and recording it with the mic. Some of today, maybe, but over the weekend. I don't know. I might try to relax some today, but definitely this weekend I intend to work on it. Yeah, it's fun. If last week I had something to do, I had hoped I would finish it on Saturday. I didn't. It ended up taking Sunday as well. If not for that, I would have actually been working on another review last week. But it's just I knew I wouldn't be able to get that review done just with weekday evenings and then be able to submit it, have it through editing and all that before it could go live on time. So, yeah. So fortunately this week, though, scheduling is fine. And I have a little bit of play, so it's like I can relax a little bit today. It's nice to relax, and I've been having a lot of weeks of late where there was basically no time to relax. So I'm trying to enjoy that some, but no, I will definitely be working on the recordings and on the review and the recordings tomorrow. Today I'll at least do some prep work for it, if not actually start. All right. I got nothing else. I don't think there's anything else to talk about. I guess one thing that I can mention, just seeing one thing that reminded me. So last week or 2 weeks ago, it was announced that Corsair is buying Drop, which I've purchased some stuff from Drop, mainly keycaps. They have the MT3 profile exclusively, which I do enjoy, but also the Pi 40 build I did, the XDA keycaps, which XDA, that profile is not limited to them, but the XDA Mito is the designer canvas set. That's what I picked for it, and for the Pi 40, I'm really happy for that. I keep wanting to go back to that, but I don't feel like stopping using the Pi 50 at the moment. But one thing that I saw funny that was pointed out is that apparently Drop had previously purchased Geekhax, that form, and now Corsair technically owns it, which people point out is kind of ironic because Geekhax was made, part of the reason that forum started, or at least part of how it turned into what it is today, was to help people get away from pre-built keyboards like from Corsair and Razer and such. Yeah, so it's a little funny, but I don't frequent Geekhax. but is like that's what people will put up renders and be like, hey, I'm working on this keycap set, I'm working on this keyboard, what do you think? Give me opinions. It's an interest check. And if there's enough interest, then they'll go forward with actually trying to physically design them so that they can be mass produced. But yeah, so that is actually kind of funny. But it's hard to say. We'll see what really comes out with Drop being purchased like that. If it is going to end up being just keyboard stuff, if some of that gets moved over into Corsair, or if it's basically just now part of the Corsair family and stays as it is. Yeah, we shall see. We shall see. And I shall see you next time.